been nearly 2 years since the release of Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, and more than 3 years since we got the release of the game's first trailer, and since that time there's been a lot of rockiness in the game's release, leading up to it, and everything in between. So today I wanted to talk about what exactly happened to Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach. This was the first teaser we got on Scott's website, showcasing that the game was released in 2020 and also gave us a new look at the new mall setting that the game was supposed to have. Again, a whole lot of teasers weren't available on Scott's website for this game, Scott's website being black for most of this. The only other teasers I remember on this website were the character teasers, one for Freddy, Monty, Roxy, and Chica, showcasing the new animatronics as well as the new setting. There also was one for Vanny, but that one wasn't really important, and I don't think it was up there for very long. The only other teasers for this game were on a completely different website, Security Breach TV, and they showcased a bunch of different episodes of this weird Freddy and Friends cartoon that is kind of forgettable. It was really big at the time, and heck, I even did some videos on it, but again, it was kind of forgettable, and those were the only teasers for this game. Again, not a whole lot compared to other Five Nights at Freddy's games. The next thing I have to talk about is probably going to be the longest segment of this video, just because it's the thing I have the most problems with about the game, and it's not even really about the game, it's about the differences between the game we got and the very first teaser trailer we got in September of 2020. Now, the teaser we got in September of 2020 led us to believe it was going to be more of a hide-and-seek based game, while that is kind of how Security Breach ended up. The first trailer from September of 2020 led us to believe that this game was going to be entirely hide-and-seek, at least that's what I got from the trailer, hiding around the mall, and then there's one animatronic coming to find you, kind of like Five Nights at Freddy's 3, but for us it was going to be Vanny, and we were going to have help from Freddy. So it's kind of weird to me that we always knew we were going to have help from Freddy, but at least in this trailer we finally get confirmed that we're going to get help from Freddy. But unfortunately, this trailer is way cooler than the actual game. Every time I go back and watch this trailer, I think, when is this game coming out? Because this game that we got in the trailer is not quite Security Breach. It's way more fun, it's way more amped up, and honestly, it's way more scary, except for the neon lights towards the beginning of the trailer, and then the entirety of Security Breach, which is not scary at all. I even think the jump scare in the trailer is a lot better, which I'll play for you right now. And there we go. I think the jump scare is a lot better, and now we have this one. Just completely different. One of them is creepy and scary and dark, and the other one is just weird. It's just like some random woman screaming in the actual one we got. But the first one from the trailer is way more scary, and honestly, it's way more in your face than what we actually got. I was expecting way more from Security Breach from this trailer. And unfortunately, even after being delayed 3 or 4 times, we ended up with the actual game we got. Even though every time I go watch that trailer, I think to myself, this can't be Security Breach. This is clearly something different. Another thing people really didn't like was the amount of bugs in this game. Oh my word, there were an incessant number. Even if you watched Markiplier, the biggest Five Nights at Freddy's YouTuber probably on the planet, at the very least the biggest English-speaking Five Nights at Freddy's YouTuber, crazily got so many bugs, and you would think someone with his amount of stature and his amount of money would have a decent computer. His computer still encountered so many bugs, and so did everyone who played this game on release. Unlike Cyberpunk 2077, which is also known for having a lot of bugs and glitches, a lot of people said about Cyberpunk is that the glitches gave the game charm. However, in Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, the glitches don't add anything to the experience at all. They're not usually funny, and most of the time, the glitches in this game just prevent you from progressing in the story at all. And I do have more nitpicks with this game, but nothing else I wanted to talk about hasn't already been talked about on someone else's channel, so I think I'll just leave it here. I do want to say that a lot of things I didn't like about Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach were fixed with Five Nights at Freddy's Ruin, which was released for free as long as you had bought Security Breach. So at least they kind of took a step back and redid it for those people who enjoyed Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach, or at least didn't enjoy Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach and thought they needed their money's worth. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like Five Nights at Freddy's Security Breach or you don't like it, let me know down in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, obviously please give it a big thumbs up and hit the subscribe button while you're at it. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you beautiful people on the flip side. Goodbye, everybody.